Hey everyone, it's Dave again. Thanks so much for watching Dave's Running Rampage. I'm really excited about tonight. Tonight I'm going to be getting something off my chest, and it's about my least favorite thing in running, being injured. I really hate being injured. There's nothing that makes me more just rage-filled than being injured. And I feel like I'm injured all the time. It just sucks. Going through all this injury has given me a perspective that I'm able to help other people deal with it. Because being injured is a huge blow to your mental game. You go through the 5 stages of what I call the runner's grief cycle. And you know what? It's no joke. But maybe if you start to realize, hey, this is the process that I'm going through, maybe you'll be able to nip it in the bud and get back on track fast. Now, some of you that have taken psychology are probably asking, are these the same 5 stages of grief that I learned in class? Yeah, but I'm going to put them in the context of the runner. Stage 1, denial. Okay, so we're injured. What's going to happen now is the wheels of self-deception are going to start turning in our minds, and we're going to be like, nope, I don't believe it. No, I'm not really hurt. It's not that bad. And all these self-deceiving tricks that we're going to try to play on ourselves, what it's going to do is it's probably going to lead us down a path of even greater injury. If we ignore the signs at the beginning, if we deny the signs, you're usually going to end up getting much more hurt than you started out at. Stage 2, anger. This is where it really sinks in that we're injured. And when we're injured and we finally discover that it may affect an upcoming race or our daily running regimen, or it may take us off the road for longer than we thought, we just go berserk. We just go, oh my God, what the shit? Yeah, and I do it all the time when I'm injured, and it's terrible. Stage 3, bargaining. At this phase, we start to speculate. We start to say, man, if I hadn't gone on that run, I wouldn't be injured right now. Or if I would have had done this differently, I wouldn't be injured. Or if I wore a more supportive shoe, I probably wouldn't be injured right now. And you know what? That's pure speculation. You have no way of knowing that. So it's destructive thinking. And that coulda, woulda, shoulda stuff, you need to steer clear of that. And you know what? Secretly, I believe that, maybe in our subconscious we've kind of come to terms with our injury already, and that leads us to our next phase. Stage 4, depression. This is the worst part about being a runner, bar none. This really sucks. When you realize maybe you're not going to be able to run that race, you may have to get surgery. As far as I'm concerned, you need to look to yourself at this point. You need to look inside your heart and your soul, and you need to focus all your resilience on this problem. You need to say, nothing lasts forever. I will get over this. All of those positive thoughts and feelings are really going to help you out in this phase. Also, don't forget to lean on your fellow runners too, because a lot of people in the running community have had these problems, and they may be able to give you some inspiring thoughts or helpful tips in order to get yourself out of this whack that is the depression phase. Stage 5, acceptance. This is when we finally come to terms with exactly what's going on and all the ramifications that come with it. And this is the point in which we allow ourselves to be physically rehabilitated from our injury, but a lot of the times what gets left out the wayside is the mental rehabilitation. So when we hit the depression phase, our mental game can come to a screeching halt. And all that motivation, drive, and sharpness that was once there may not be present anymore. What we really need to do in this scenario is rehabilitate our mental game. These 5 stages are extremely personal, and they vary from person to person. But some ways that I've found to invigorate my mind after an injury are to sign up for a new race, or set a goal for myself, or even look to my running friends to give me that little oomph. And I feel as if that, sort of rediscovering the love of running after not doing it for a little bit really helps set off my mental game. In conclusion, these steps are not concrete. They're not set in stone. However, I found that every time that I get injured, I go through some semblance of these steps. Just like running injuries, these 5 steps can be avoided by one thing and one thing only: prevention. So when you start to feel an injury, or you start to feel that denial buzz up in your head, do one thing: stop it in its tracks, take a couple days off, or seek medical advice. Because sometimes a couple days off can make all the difference, or if you talk to someone that knows what they're talking about, it may not turn out to be anything at all. But whenever you go into that mindset of denial, you're probably going to go through 4 more steps that are going to take a mental toll on your running game and seriously detriment your entire running regimen. While I hope your miles are numerous this week, I hope they are pain-free as well. Thanks again for watching Dave's Running Rampage. I'm Dave, and you guys have an awesome night. I just love the smell of this Febreze!